Good evening. Thank you for joining me. My name is Tom. I created Optimal Reset a while back, and basically, I like to share, inspire, and support ingredients, recipes, and fitness tips. I'm here because I'm here to support Julie on the 20-day sugar down challenge. And so this evening, I've got a whole bunch of goodness going on. And I'm going to share a couple of things. I'm going to share some really great, healthy sugar alternatives for some of these ingredients and products, and then I'm going to whip together a nice recipe. Today I'm going to be doing a recipe. Pretty much every day I'll make a smoothie or a yogurt, and I always use bananas as a base, okay? So these are frozen bananas. I buy in bulk, and then what I like to do is I like to hang them. So like this. I buy these hangers, and then I hang these bananas. If you let them sit, they'll bruise, and it's not good. So I always have a whole bunch of bananas just hanging around. And I like to go to Costco, or here in North Dakota, I have Sam's Club. And so I buy probably a dozen bananas, or a dozen, a case full, and then I'll just hang them. And a lot of times it takes probably sometimes 10 days for them to get ripe. Here's a couple examples. This, in my opinion, is a ripe banana. Very soft. The sugars are caramelized. Beautiful, delicious. I love bananas. Bananas to me are a superfood. Natural sugars, a great clean carb source. And so I always use frozen bananas as a base. Always, always, always. And so what I do is I buy these Ziploc bags. You can get them on Amazon, Costco. I wait till they're ripe, and then I peel them and I put them in the freezer. At all times I probably have 6 giant bags of bananas. Always use that as a base, okay? And then I use coconut oil. Here's a product right here, Spectrum. This is a virgin coconut oil. I always like to use coconut oil as a base as well. You can get giant containers here. I got this at Costco a while ago. This is Kirkland brand. So we've got bananas and coconut oil as a base, okay? Another thing that I use as a base is coconut water. Here are 3 options. I'll tell you my favorite. So this one right here is Cabana All Natural Coconut Water. This is a delicious coconut water. Here is Blue Monkey, another delicious coconut water. My favorite, and I've tried them all to the major brands. You got to be very, very careful. These, the CO2 ones. There's so many ones that are actually owned by Pepsi Cola. Or all these other name brands that they'll put coconut water on there, and it's made from concentrate. I've tried them all, and there's probably literally 25 to 30 different brands, and I've tried them all. The best one by far that I have found is Amy and Brian's All Natural Coconut Juice. Okay, check that out. You can get it at Amazon. I get it at Natural Grocers. They're $1.45 typically if you buy them individually, depending on where you're getting them at. This is 10 ounces, okay? And I use about 1/3, depending if I'm making a yogurt or a smoothie, I use about 1/3 to a half, okay? There's 12 grams of sugar in this coconut water, okay? But the only thing that's in this is coconuts. So if you use 1/3, you're getting about 3 or 4 grams of sugar. The best option, this gets me smiling and very excited because I am moving to Kauai here very soon. The best option is to get a coconut off the tree. That's going to be my alarm clock. A coconut, boom, hits the ground. There you go. Not only do you have the coconut water, but you have the delicious coconut meat that you can make so many different things out of that coconut meat. That coconut meat is next level. So, I recommend getting the Amy and Brian's, and everybody's got a different taste palette. This is by far macro-wise, nutritional-wise, the best. You can get these on Amazon. The price fluctuates. I believe you can get, I think, 24, a case of 24. They come in 4 6-packs, and they come in a case. And I think the cheapest I got them was for around $33. So if you're buying them in bulk, get some coconut water. And of course, you can use water. So that's my base, okay? Then you can throw in, I always like to do like some MCT oil. This is from Onnit. There's a dozen different brands. MCT oil is a great fuel for the brain, great essential fats for the brain, and that's from coconut oil. So those are about 3 or 4 ingredients that I use as a base all day, every day, okay? Now, you can use an abundance of fruit. Strawberries, okay? We've got dates. I love dates. Okay, I haven't had a candy bar in I don't know how long. It's been years. You know, one of my favorite candy bars used to be Kit Kats. These dates are next level. You know, I got my daughter eating dates. She's like, Dad, what is that? This is like creamy, gooey goodness. Look at this. Check this out. And there's always a seed in there, right? These are so good. And these are so healthy, right? Again, natural sugars. This is like a candy bar, okay? I call these love bombs. You can drop them in your smoothie, boom. You can dry them out, chop them up, put them in your acai bowl, or you can put them in your shake, whatever. You can just eat them just like this. And to be honest, I probably eat 2 or 3 of these a day while I'm working as a nice, delicious, nutritional snack. Dates are next level. There's a bunch of different varieties. You know, if you have a sugar craving, you know, if you want to, you know, if it's at the tail end of the night, and you're craving sugar, and you know you see that, you know, Ben and Jerry's in there, you see, you know, all this processed. Eat a date, eat 2 dates, and eat, you know, and then drink 8 to 16 ounces of water and go to bed. This is a great buffer for when you get sugar cravings, are these dates, and it's natural sugars, healthy food in these dates. So you can mix and match. You can do blueberries. I got blackberries, okay? You can do, one thing I always do too is typically, it depends on probably 3 or 4 days, I'll get some fiber, so I'll use these chia seeds. You only need about a tablespoon, or excuse me, a teaspoon of chia seeds. Great for yogurts, and great for smoothies, and any type of yogurt bowls. Real quick, this is one of my fancy bowls. Love this bowl. I use this bowl. You know, in my opinion, a smoothie and a yogurt, it really just depends on the ingredients, but you can put your smoothie, especially if you're using a frozen banana, you know, and you're incorporating the coconut oil, that gives it a nice consistency where you see these acai bowls, you know, and they put layers of fruit. This is an awesome bowl. You don't have to have this bowl, but I love this bowl. It's a heart bowl, and I even have a matching spoon. Boom. You can use this for salads. This is just something that I'm going to use this evening because we're going to make a bowl and we're going to make it look real nice. So those are the basic foundation. Now, protein powder. I don't know if you guys can see here. I have got just an abundance of supplements. And what are supplements? Supplements are meal replacements. It's to supplement your nutrition, to get the minerals, you know, to get your vitamins. It's a supplement. You got to be very careful. A lot of people are super crazy about, you know, brand loyalty and all that. I've tried them all, and I like to find ones that are best for macros. Sometimes you have to spend an extra $1 or $2 to get the premium products. You know, and so supplementation is key. Again, I've tried all the whey proteins, all the pea proteins, the hemp protein powder. This one right here is one of the better ones. It's not necessarily protein based. I believe it's got 11 grams of protein per serving, right? And this is a collagen hydroisolate, and this is unflavored. Okay, so if you got all these natural sugars of a strawberry, of the bananas, maybe you throw some dates or some blueberries, if you want to get some protein in there, you could put 2 scoops of this, right? This is next level stuff. This is Great Lakes. This is amazing stuff. I've used all of them, and this is a non-flavored ones. I'll do another video with y'all, or maybe I've done a bunch on YouTube going down to different protein options. One thing that I have found, and this is just a personal preference, and everything here is just my opinion. I'm not here to preach or to judge. You know, I grew up drinking milk, drinking dairy products. I have not drank a glass of milk in probably 10 years. You know, and the majority of these protein supplements are whey protein, and that is a dairy product. You know, there's a bunch of different options out there, and I have found, you know, in my opinion, a real high quality pea protein, next level. Hemp protein, next level. You know, you don't get that many grams of protein. You know, and there's a lot of different opinions out there depending on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to bulk up, if you're trying to maintain weight. You know, a lot of times people say, you know, if you're trying to maintain weight, you know, you should eat, you know, 1 gram or 1.5 grams per protein of how much you weigh. So for example, if you're trying to gain weight, I typically depend, and it's different on everybody, and it's different for me every day of the week, just depending on what I do. I think I've gotten to the point where I am so tuned into my body that I know what my body wants. My body tells me what I want. To be honest, someday, I might just have a watermelon, maybe some strawberries. I like to eat what's in season. Maybe some almonds, some cashews. I'm always drinking water. This is a gallon of water that I'm constantly using. I drink one of these every single day. I've got fresh lemons, the squeezer right here, this funnel, boom, water, water, water. So, and I know everybody's a beginner, the juicing thing, I'm getting off track. I just love to share, inspire, and support. So, those are the base ingredients. Before I do this, I want to give you some other sugar alternatives that are healthy alternatives, non-processed, all-natural sugar alternatives, okay? So, let's start with this. Let's start with, okay, we have honey, okay? Now this is a raw, unfiltered clover honey, and this is from Natural Grocers, right? This is delicious, okay? We have another honey, okay? These are the two, I believe these are the same companies, just different platform here, different containers. And I got this from Costco. So this is Natural Nate's 100% pure, raw, and unfiltered sugar, okay? Now I get really excited because we have some other alternatives. These are the same. This is just one that shows you how much I love this stuff. This is Date Lady. I found about this product probably about 4 months ago, and I can't get enough of it. Guess what's in this? Dates. That's it. So it's basically these delicious love bombs in this container, okay? The ingredients, organic dates. That's it. In a syrup, right? In a syrup. And syrup. So you could put this on, protein pancakes, protein waffles. You could put this in your smoothie. You can use it as a drizzle. You could put this on your toast. You could put it on whatever you want. It's delicious. And what we have here, I'll give you the macros. So 1 tablespoon equals 13 grams of sugar. Okay, and again, these are different types of sugars. Okay, this is sugar coming from dates. There's not 15 ingredients in this. There's not 12 ingredients. There's not 4 ingredients. There's 1 ingredient, and it's organic dates. Super, super important, okay? This is one of my favorites. You can get this. I get it at Natural Grocers. You can get it on Amazon. Pretty much, I would say about 80% of this stuff you can get on Amazon, which is amazing. In my opinion, you should take advantage of Amazon Prime. I believe they raised the price to like $100 a month, or $100 a year, excuse me. 2-day shipping. Even in Kauai where I'm moving, they're going to have that available, so I'm really excited. And they have a Costco in Kauai, which I'm even more excited. I mean, I follow my daughter all around the world, and currently I'm in North Dakota. It is 12 below out there right now, hence the snow gear. So, but that shows you, no matter where you live, no matter where your environment is, we all get to choose. We have, thousands of different choices every single day, and many of those are our nutrition. So, preparation is huge, knowledge is huge, and just creating healthy habits and executing those every single day. And then these healthy habits will be a habit. So you're going to be accustomed, to eating, optimal nutrition and optimal food and optimal real food, and having available supplements when needed. So, here we go, sugar, this date syrup, next level. Here is, now I have not tried this yet. This is an organic whipped cinnamon honey. What? How delicious does that sound? So this is pure and raw, 100%. Okay? So the ingredients, ready for this? 100% pure organic honey and organic cinnamon. Okay? So we have cinnamon and honey. Next level. So here we go. We've got 1 tablespoon. And so you got 17 grams of sugar. So you got to be very careful. Again, it's natural sugar. But you still want to, depending on, maybe you can use sugar, as an energy source. For a pre-workout, you can use fat as an energy source. You can use carbs as an energy source. But any of these alternatives are a bazillion, gazillion, trillion times better than these processed sugars. Trust me, in my opinion, sugar is the leading cause of the majority of this obesity epidemic that we have. Of all the cancer, all the disease. Sugar is killer, and anything that you can do to give yourself, the best optimal health and is just to eliminate sugar. Even say you're drinking 4 Pepsis a day. Trust me, I've been there. Say you're drinking 4 Pepsis. Try to get down to 3 Pepsis a day. Then try to get down to 2 Pepsis a day. And then try to just get down to 1 a day. Then try to get down to maybe 2 or 3 a week. And then hopefully, and I know it's super addictive. It's very addictive. That sugar, they're 36 grams, 40 grams per serving of these cans of soda. And then you have 2 liters, then you have these thirst busters. It's pretty crazy. But once you get off of it, and it can take some time, it takes a lot of commitment, it takes a mindset, your body will go through a lot of different changes, but once you get off of it and you can just replace that with just H2O, just water, not lemon water, just water, I'm telling you, promise you, it will change your life. It will change your energy. The fat will just melt off your body. In the process, you'll have migraines, you'll have sweats, you'll be, you'll be irritated. It'll be hard to do. But once you get off that sugar craving, it will change your life. And then, if you ever see a soda, you'll test yourself. Say you haven't had soda in maybe 3 or 4 months. You're like, you know what? I'm eating these nachos or whatever, this yummy nastiness. Maybe, I'm trying to stay away from, the fast food I call yummy nastiness. But maybe you just want a soda just to give it a shot. It's going to taste like poison. It's going to taste like citric, it's going to taste like acid that you put in your pool. It's going to taste so gross and you're going to be like, wow. And your body's just going to reject it. And that tells you how potent and how dangerous that type of stuff is. So that's why I'm giving you these sugar alternatives. So we've got the honey cinnamon. I haven't tried this yet. I already know it's going to be next level. So we've got the date syrup. We've got the raw organic honey. Let's see. This is also from Date Lady. I have not tried this yet either. This sounds pretty good. Definitely a dessert. Definitely a treat, a reward. This is a chocolate spread, okay? And this is from Date Lady again. Now let me read you the ingredients. This is organic date syrup, right? Organic cacao, organic coconut oil, organic cacao butter, vanilla, and sea salt. Okay, so we got 6 or 7 ingredients, but they're real ingredients. And a lot of those ingredients are for optimal nutrition. They've got the minerals. This is by the macro wise. I have not tasted it. I would definitely recommend this. And again, you could put this as a spread, on any type of, toast that you're making. You could, put a little bit in your smoothie, put a little bit in your yogurt. You could just eat it right out of the thing. This probably should have, it's only 9 grams carb. So this is an alternative too. Chocolate spread, right? The reason why they have that chocolate is the cacao in there and the cacao butter. So, keep an eye out for that. Definitely recommend trying that. I don't know the taste, but I'm pretty certain it's good. And then we have another one. A lot of people are not aware of this. I love this stuff. This is organic blue agave, okay? This is another, sugar alternative. It's very similar to honey. This one is actually a little bit sweetener. It's low glycemic. This is delicious stuff. This is made from Wholesome. It's organic blue agave, a great sugar alternative. So we have that. Now, a more of an actual sugar, okay? Now this is date sugar, okay? This is organic. This is from Date Lady, but this is actually date sugar, okay? Natural, not processed. I have tried this many times. You can use this in baking. What I love to do with this, okay, I got a little secret for you, okay? I love Costco, but I don't have Costco. I have Sam's Club, okay? I can buy in bulk this delicious lean turkey bacon. The only thing in it is turkey. It doesn't have any any antibiotics. They don't have any fillers in there, nitrates, anything. Sam's Club's got a great turkey bacon. Okay. Well, what you do is you put that on there, and when it's about done, you just sprinkle this date sugar on top of it. What? Next level. My daughter loves it. They're like, what is this? I'm like, it's bacon. Like, oh my gosh, this tastes so good. And each strip of those bacon is 6 grams of protein. And I think there's like 120 slices for like $9. You know what I mean? I mean, you can get these beef jerky bars that are loaded with like 13 grams of sugar, like 40 different ingredients. And sometimes they're only like, 9 grams of protein, where you can make up, I'll share something with you, probably 3 or 4 times a week, I'll eat a 6 to 7 scrambled eggs, and I'll cook 8 pieces of lean bacon. That will get me over that, 50 grams of protein. But, so I'll eat 55, maybe 60 grams of protein. You want to stay, around 50, a little bit lower per meal because your body really wastes it. But it's lean turkey, that's all it is, with some sugar, and it's delicious. You can also put a little bit of honey on the turkey bacon. Delicious, delicious stuff. Highly recommend this. I know there's many different companies rather than Date Lady that offers date sugar. So also, I wanted to share this cacao with you. This is Holy Cacao. This is an awesome product, great for baking, great for smoothies, great thing here for. And then also for baking, awesome, awesome, awesome. Love this stuff. Key thing, gluten-free. This is organic green banana flour, right? I love me some bananas, right? B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Banana flour. You could bake with this stuff, okay? Gluten-free. You can use this. You can use this as a base for waffles or pancakes. Throw a little bit of this in there. I have so many different things. I can go on and on about this, but this banana flour is next level. We're going to be using this today. These are coconut flakes. Okay, we're going to be using this in our bowl that we make today. The best option would be, real coconut meat. Use a dehydrator, but this is 100% organic coconut flakes. Gives it a texture for your bowls, gives you something to chew on. A lot of the times, I'm really into juicing. If you guys have seen my videos, you know how much I promote juicing. My juicer is always, I don't know if you can see it, is always right there. You got to juice every single day. If you do the prep, it's actually fairly cheap. A lot of stuff doesn't have to be organic. But a lot of people, they want that consistency. They want that, they want to chew on something. And so these coconut flakes are perfect for that, for these bowls. You just put some sprinkle on, you can put a lot, mix it up, and they're just delicious. They're like candy. That pretty much is some sugar alternatives. There's a lot more. This is the first time I've been introduced to all of you. This is going to be my first video of the week. I think I'll probably do 2 or 3 more during this challenge. Again, you can see a lot of my videos on Optimal Reset. You can follow me on Instagram or YouTube because I do product reviews. So let's get back. So we have the basics, okay, for our base. So we are going to use, out of those sugar alternatives, I'm actually going to use a little bit of this date syrup, okay? And then we're going to use this organic coconut almond granola. This is going to be great to sprinkle on top to have more of a texture, something that we can bite and chew on rather than just having, this smoothie or liquid form. I got this at Natural Grocers. You got to be careful on the sugars. This is 5 grams of sugar per cup. So we'll probably use maybe a 1/4 cup. So this is going to be a great recipe, all right, to really, it's delicious. And again, you can mix and match. I mean, I could make probably, I'm not even kidding, 60 different recipes with all these ingredients, right? And we're using 3 or 4 of the same ingredients as a base. That's how you can get creative. And my recommendation to you is, even my recipe, take it as it is. Maybe you can try something else. For me, I like to try recipes, but then I like to mix and match. And I have found so many ingredients that I had no idea even existed. Or ingredient combos, right? That is just like next level. You're like, oh my goodness, this is like my favorite food in the world. So I suggest to you to find a base, find something that your body can easily digest. A lot of people don't like bananas for taste-wise. They just don't like bananas. So you have to figure something else out. Coconut meat is a great thing of bananas. Bananas is just such a power food for me. I really like bananas, and so you got to find your base, and then again mix and match and try to eat in season. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with the banana base. This is a NutriBullet. I'm sure you guys have heard of one. I've given 2 or 3 away. Amazing investment. They're like $100 and $120. I use this every single day, sometimes twice a day, depending on my workout. They have these large containers. They have little containers. They have lids. And if you don't eat it all, you can put the lid on. If you're using these type of bases, believe it or not, these smoothie or these bowls can last 2 or 3 days. I'm using this heart bowl because I love it. It gives me good vibes. Your vibe attracts your tribe, but you can use glass bowls with containers on it. And, with this base specific, you could put it in the fridge and it would be good for 2 or 3 days. You could even put it in the freezer depending on what it is that you're making and make a nice little sherbet or a nice little, ice cream. And trust me when I say this, these ingredients right here, these natural ingredients, right? These living ingredients, and then these alternatives to sugars, no processed foods, no GMOs. There's no dairy here. You give this to your child, to your loved one, to your friend, and don't tell them what it is. Again, we can make 60 recipes here, okay? Just be like, hey, will you try this real quick? Make sure you try it yourself. Make sure it's one of these recipes that you've tried and that you dig, and you're really confident about it, and just give it to somebody, Be like, hey, try this. They're going to love it, and they're going to be like, hey, Susan, Julie, Tom, whatever it is, hey, can you make me that thing again? And then, boom, you have them hooked. Now they're eating real food, natural ingredients, high vibration foods, clean foods, and healthy foods. And the more that you can promote that, the more that you can educate that, the more that they're gonna make that into a habit as well. Especially the children. With my daughter, she knows all of this, and sometimes their attention span is a little bit short. But if you get them on these foods, I believe it or not, you get them on these real foods, their attention span kind of narrows in a little bit. They're not so, all over the walls because, they're not drinking the soda, they're not drinking the candy. You look in your cupboard right now, everything has corn and sugar in it. Everything has corn and sugar in it. There's no real foods. Anything that's containered, typically, these are container foods, but these are high vibration, real foods, and the best option that you can get, that you can store them. So, I don't know what my point was. I'm having so much fun rambling. Promote this type of living, and this is just one example, okay? The juicing, the recipes, you'll get used to prepping it, and your body, I promise you, will feel amazing. It'll just be habit. Then when you go out, you're like, I can't eat this food. You go to any, sporting event, you go to anything, and in my opinion, this has been my passion for a long time, and I'm not perfect. I've been up and down. At this point, I'm probably more honed in than anything than I've ever been. And, I've gone to events, and when I drive around, and the majority of the food, in my opinion, that is provided to the masses and the public is not fit for consumption. It's just not. It's not even for my dog in some ways. And so if we get used to preparing, finding the core ingredients that are macro, optimal, and that you like and you eat. You don't have to eat the same thing every day, right? You can mix and match, but once you start doing that, do it for a month, do it for 2 months, your body will crave this stuff. All that other stuff will be poison, and you will realize by your bowel movements, by your energy, by your complexion of your skin, by the way of everything, your mood, your emotions, everything will start to center. And I'm not trying to be, all crazy talk, but I'm serious. It's the Thomas Promise. Your meat vehicle is really an example of what you fuel it with, and it's very, very important. With what's in your gut, your brain is reacting to your gut. A lot of people say that your gut is your first brain, and it's so true. So try to eat real foods. Try to keep that sugar down. That's what we're trying to do in this video. So let's get started. So we're going to use a banana as our base, okay? Tonight I'm probably going to use 3 bananas. And what's really great about this is they're frozen, okay? They're actually a little bit melted because of this video. But I usually use about 3 or 4 per day, okay? And you got to remember, a typical banana is about 30 grams of carbs. That's a lot of carbs. A lot of people trip out about that, but again, it's clean carbs. There's a lot of great sources of carbs. Sweet potatoes are amazing for carbs. Oatmeal is amazing for carbs. In my opinion, though, a lot of that, I like sweet potatoes. The oatmeal and the granola, it's definitely a good option. Bananas, to me, are just a great source of carbs. So we're going to do 3 bananas. Here we go. And the frozen texture really takes it to that next level if you just want a smoothie, or we're going to do a bowl this evening. So there we go. We've got 3 bananas in there. Always a base for me. Always a base. And if you have any questions or comments about maybe some alternatives, I can do a video on other alternatives to use as a base. You don't even have to have a base of this. Coconut meat would be my second hands down option, but then again, you have to have access to live real coconuts. You got to break them open. They've got this coconut knife that's really cool. You can make coconut almond yogurt with probiotics. There's so many next level things, but we're going to use bananas because I do that all the time. And then we're going to do the coconut oil. Coconut oil is, in my opinion, another superfood. You can use it as a moisturizer. You can put it in your mouth and swish it for 20 minutes every single day. Your breath won't stink anymore. You know, it cleans up your teeth. I mean, coconut oil, it gets rid of a lot of the toxins. It's called oil pulling. I mean, you can bathe in coconut oil, and that's why you should buy it in bulk like this. And for me, it's just, it feels good. Coconut oil feels good. I can tell, you know, when I'm eating, you know, coconut oil, I can tell that I'm eating it, especially this MCT oil. You got to be careful with this MCT oil, especially if you haven't done it in a while. Don't use too much or you'll be going to the bathroom very fast, very quickly. You know, I'm a little bit of a ninja on there, so I use a lot. I'm not really sure. I think maybe you should use just a tablespoon to start out. I probably put about 3 tablespoons, and this is next level. I love this stuff. So let's go ahead and put some coconut oil in our smoothie. Let me get a spoon really quick. So we're gonna put. We want this a nice consistency because we're gonna do the nice little bowl. So I'm gonna put 1 large tablespoon. Actually, I'm gonna put a tablespoon and a half. And then really what we gotta do is we just gotta really make sure that we get our liquid correctly, which is the delicious coconut water. So remember, when you're trying to look for a certain consistency, and the more times you wrap and mix and match with your recipes, you'll find out and you'll get better. But one tip is to always start with a little bit of whatever liquid. If you're just using water, if you're using orange juice, you know, orange juice, boom, there you go. Or just coconut water. You know, if you put too much, you're going to lose your consistency, and then you have to add more real food. But if you just start with a little and add, you can get your consistency a little bit better. So we have a tablespoon and a half of the coconut oil. I'm almost out of this MCT oil because I love it so much. So boom, we've got that. I've been very busy today with work, running around errands, and you know, I haven't really got you know, the proper fiber today. So I'm absolutely going to be putting some of these chia seeds in here. One great thing I would recommend, I'm not sure if all of y'all are beginners, you know, I know that y'all have signed up for the Sugar Shakedown. One great app is called MyFitnessPal. Next level thing. You know, it can really take you to the next level, maybe next challenge with Julie or whatever she's got going on, or download it and play with it. Everything you do, like, you could put this in here, right? If you use this as an ingredient, just put it in there one time. It already has the macros, so you can, so then you can put like a banana. It will have all the carbs, all the sugars. Then if you use a tablespoon of this, you just calculate it one time, and then when you make a recipe, it will tell you exactly what that recipe consists of, okay? So if you're really hyper-focused on your macros, which in time you probably should be, and then you can get to the level where you just kind of eat what your body tells you. But that MyFitnessPal, it's completely free. It's a freemium app, no paid, and the more that you enter ingredients in there and products in there, it's really just a next level thing to really hone in on your macros. So I'm going to do a little bit of the chia seeds. Boom, done. And then what else should we use today? I'm going to use a little bit, absolutely going to use some of this protein here. And again, I have probably 15 different protein, from whey isolate to peanut butter flavor to chocolate flavor to vegan to hemp. I have all that stuff. This is a great base. Out of all of these, I would highly suggest get this Great Lakes Collagen Hydro Isolate. This thing has been amazing for me. And Dr. Rhonda Patrick, I'm a huge Joe Rogan fan, and she's been on his podcast a few times, and she recommended this. And I'm telling you, this is just next level. Your body feels it. And again, it's not flavored. So, you know, all of, you know, the berries, you know, the dates, the bananas, all those natural sugars, this is more of a filler, but you're going to get your protein as well. Boom. We've got that. I don't know, what do y'all think I should do? Maybe I should put some almond butter in there, huh? I didn't go over my almond butter. Here's some almond butter. This is a Kirkland brand, just almonds. You want to make sure they're not heated or roasted, not salted, no sugars. This is a great one, no stir almond butter. I like to take it to the next level. I like to get these. These are from Natural Grocers, and these are actually ground up at the store. This is almond butter right here. What's the ingredient? Almonds. This is peanut butter right here. What's the ingredients? Peanut butter. Next level stuff. you know what, I thought I was going to do that if it was more of a smoothie, but we're going to be making a bowl. So I think I'm not going to put that in there. Let's go ahead and put the coconut oil in there. And this is a great thing to do. So we've got 4 ingredients in there. And this is a great thing to do. We're going to go ahead and put a little coconut water in there. And again, those frozen bananas, you know, work for that texture, but we're looking for a nice smooth consistency. So remember, we can always add ingredients later. All right, so let's start this out on the NutriBullet. See, that's a nice consistency. Little bit watery. Again, for these bowls, the majority of the time, this would be perfect, okay? If I had some time, maybe I was gonna go work out and use this as a post-workout, or you know, if I came home and this was gonna be a nice dessert for yourself or your family, and then you can flash freeze it or you can put it in the fridge. This would be a perfect consistency to go ahead and make it and complete the bowl, and then put it in the fridge for like 30 minutes or the freezer for 15 minutes to give that nice little chill effect. I want it a little bit thicker, and so to thick it up, I'm going to put a couple more bananas in there. I could use a regular banana, but we want that more icy texture, so I'm going to put in probably 2 more bananas. And I'm also going to put in some date syrup and probably some blackberries. Now see, again, you can do whatever you want. See, just from now, just making this, you know, I decided I could smell the bananas, I could smell the coconut, and now, you know, I have the option of all these other ingredients. So now I'm looking at this and I'm like, you know what? Let's throw some blackberries in there. It's going to give it a different color, a little bit more gorgeous color in there. So we're going to throw these blackberries in there. I'll probably put maybe 4 blackberries in there, and then I could always, you know, chop them up, or maybe just put, so I put 5 in there. Maybe I could put 3 or 4 as a topping. So I'm going to go ahead and put some blackberries in there and a little bit of date syrup. Let's go with some date syrup here. Hopefully y'all still watching. You know, I'm passionate about it. These videos aren't quick. I could make them quick. I have a lot of videos on YouTube, but here I just feel like it's, you know, I invited you in my kitchen, and, you know, hopefully that whatever I say, if you just pick up a nice little golden nugget keyword or a nice little tip or an ingredient, you know, that gets you in the right direction, you know, eliminating sugars, these processed sugars, you know, then I'm glad that I can help. So let's go ahead and, now we've got some, all we did is add a banana and a half, 5 blackberries, and some date syrup, and it's going to make this into a completely different arena, okay? Now look, we have a completely different color, right? So we like visually, we like our food to look good. Look at that. Totally different color, okay? Boom. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pour this straight into our heart bowl, right? Boom. Look at that texture. Love it. What? You all see that? How good does that look? Boom. And again, you know, this is definitely more than 1 serving, so again, you can eat what you can. Throw in the refrigerator, throw a lid on it, give it to a family member or a friend. Next level. You can freeze this and make more of an ice cream out of it, but that is just delicious. So now we have our base, and now we can get creative, okay? So I'm going to use, let's go ahead and do 1 banana. So I'm going to slice up some bananas. You can do banana chunks, you can do slices, and we're just going to do, you could also, I mean, once you have these toppings on there, you know, we're watching out for sugars, you know, and I think you're only supposed to do 20 grams of sugar per day, but then again, I don't think fruit and natural sugars count, so I think, if I'm right, you can kind of, you know, be real creative with your sugar, but so far what we've done, you know, it's a lot less sugar, and they're real sugars. But we're gonna slice up some bananas. Well, what I was gonna say is once you have your toppings on there, you could sprinkle just a little bit of the date sugar, right? You could put a little of the blue agave drizzle. You could do a little bit of the raw organic honey, right? Or you could do next level, the date syrup, because I always like that date syrup. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna chop up these bananas real quick. Boom. Now, check this out. You could put those bananas in there and just call it a day, right? So now we have our base, delicious cream, bananas, and just call it a day, right? I mean, that's next level. But what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and make it nice and pretty. We're going to just put one cute little layer here, and I'll show this to you before I let you all go. Hopefully you all sticking around. Hopefully this is informative to you. Hopefully this gets you inspired to keep on. I believe it's day 4 in the sugar challenge. So here we go. Now we've got one layer of the bananas. I think y'all can see that, right? So here we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this organic coconut almond granola. And again, see how I'm just wrapping? I didn't have any plans. I just had I just made sure that I had, clean, optimal products accessible, and then your body will just tell you kind of what you're craving. So now we're going to take this organic coconut almond granola, and we're just going to put it on the left side of the bananas, make it look nice and pretty. What? Delicious. Boom. I'm definitely going to take a picture of this and put it on my Instagram. Okay, so now we have that, right? Now I think what we can do, we could put some blueberries. I don't want blueberries because we already have blueberries in the base. I think let's do some of the coconut. We've got some of the coconut. Where'd that go? Here we go. Some of the coconut flakes. So I think, and then no, we're gonna do some chopped dates too. Let me eat this one that I opened with y'all. We're gonna do 2 chopped dates. And now again, this is a pretty big recipe here. You could eat a 4th of this, right? You don't have to make this look pretty. You can just put it in one large container, put a lid on it, and this could carry over. You could have 4 servings of this through 3 or 4 days. So keep that in mind. So we're going to get these dates, these gooey goodnesses. Take the seed out. I love dates so much. Okay, so we're just going to chop these little love bombs up, just into nice gooey pieces. And I tell you what, you give this to a kid as a candy bar, just give them a couple little pieces, he or she or whatever it is, and if they've never had one, man, if they're a Three Musketeer fan, if they're any type of those candy bars, dates are just a great alternative. So we're just going to sprinkle these on the left side of these bananas. What? Boom, 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 boom. This is little love bombs. Just delicious. Look at that. Okay. Now, I'm just going to end it with some of these organic coconut flakes. Let's get some scissors here. My fingers are so gooey from the dates. Okay, I think we got it. Boom. Now, we're just going to take a couple of these. I love coconut flakes. And then boom, sprinkle that. And folks, we have a delicious, delicious, delicious Aussie bowl. Boom. Can you all see that? Look at in a heart shape. Deliciousness. So, hopefully y'all enjoyed that. And again, you can get creative. Just have accessible, have real ingredients, the best optimal ingredients when you're putting together a recipe. Get creative, mix and match, find out what works for you. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm here to share, inspire, and support with love. Hopefully all of you are doing well on the 4th day. I also want to recommend, there's a recipe that I'm going to be trying here tomorrow. It's on Julie's PDF. I think it was avocado chocolate pudding. It looked delicious. So I'm going to try that. It's on page 7. So that's one I got my eye on. So hopefully all of you are doing well. Keep at it. This is a lifestyle. This is something that you just don't do for 20 days. Once you try to do it for another 20 days and you really try to make it a lifestyle, make sure you share this with other people because it's really about your health. So thank you for joining me. I love all of you, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Oh, we got a Q&A. Ann, are you still there? Let's see. What's that oil you're using again? The oil. The oil we have, the MCT oil or the coconut oil? Are you still there, Anna? Okay, it was the oil. The only oil I used was an MCT oil. I can show that to you. And then we have a coconut oil. The MCT oil I use daily, every single day. Let me show that to you. There's lots of different brands. A lot of people put this in their coffee. A lot of people put this in their smoothies. This is just next level stuff. So this right here, hopefully you can see it right here, Anna. This is emulsified MCT oil. It's a medium chain triglyceride. Mixes easily into hot or cold. Okay, no blending required. So a lot of people just put this in water. They put it in their coffee. I think the directions is actually just to put it in water. As a dietary supplement, take 1 tablespoon, maybe taken alone or mixed with your favorite or hot cold beverage. Make sure you shake it really well. When you blend it, it's no worries. And this is great for the brain. Believe it or not, I feel like it's lubing my brain, and it's a good, clean source of energy. And once you start getting used to it and you use it every day, you'll love this stuff. And Onnit is a great brand. Caveman Coffee makes a good brand. There's a ton of them. Just type in MCT oil, and you should find it. So hopefully I answered your questions. Thank you for participating, and keep it up. On day 4, you guys got 16 more days, and then after that, whatever you learned, make sure you share it, and make sure you hone in and try to really just make it a habit of getting those, limiting your sugar on a day-to-day basis, and just keep going strong. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.